Good evening and welcome into Langhorst Field here on the campus of Elmhurst College in Elmhurst, Illinois, where tonight the Catalyst Maria Wolves come in from the city of Chicago to take on the St. Joseph Chargers in Game 3 of the Chargers season. St. Joe comes into this one with a record of 1-1 after the loss to open the season at Elmwood Park 22-6 last week on Saturday. It was a 69-0 win for the Chargers over South Beloit, and they're looking for a similar result this week on homecoming. It's a chance for history for the Chargers. According to Coach Rich Petrosky, if St. Joe was able to win tonight, it would be the first time in school history that they would win homecoming games in back-to-back seasons. And we'd like to remind you that, as always, tonight's game will be brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst. We're glad to have Meatheads as a sponsor of St. Joseph football all season long here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. I'm Connor Klingon, and I'll be with you here all season for St. Joe football. Excited to have you here on ASN Chicago. We're still awaiting the opening prayer and national anthem for tonight's game. But talking to Coach Rich Petrosky on his show last night, he has high expectations for his team in this homecoming game, believes that they will be focused, not thinking about anything else other than the game, even with the dance looming tomorrow night and all the festivities that come with homecoming. He has this team ready to go, and this team is very excited to have new uniforms tonight. They're black uniforms, and they look great. It's a black top with black pants with a red stripe down the side. The new uniforms are really impressive for the Chargers. But also Catalyst Maria has some nice uniforms on the other side, looking a little bit like the Florida Gators out there with orange helmets, blue pants, and white uniforms. But a nice crowd on hand here tonight at Elmhurst for the homecoming game. For the Chargers, a key player, of course, quarterback Caleb Hayden had a nice game last week with a couple of touchdown passes, but also had some success on the ground, as well as Amir Burgi, the premier running back for the Chargers. They'll look to give it to him a number of times tonight. Zach Ford, another strong player who was on the Rich Petrosky show last night. He's looking to have a big performance for his senior homecoming. Pre-game clock has just hit 0, and now we will have the pre-game prayer and then national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for tonight's prayer. Heavenly Father, be with these young athletes as they test their physical skills. Let them play well, but fairly. Let competition make them strong, but never hostile. Grant them the strength to best their opponent, and lead them to always help the opponent up. Grant them moments to rejoice, but not in the adversity of others. Help them stay safe from injury, both physical and emotional. Help them to learn something that matters once the game is over. Help them remember that sports are just games. If they know victory, allow them to be happy. If they are denied, keep them from envy. If, through athletics, they set an example, let it be a good one. In the name of your Son, Jesus. St. John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. St. Joseph, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still
Well, there you have it, folks, the prayer and national anthem, and we're about ready to play some football here on homecoming night from Elmhurst College. Happy to be with you, as always, here on ASN Chicago. I mentioned Amir Burgee, Zach Ford, but also Desmond McPhail, another threat for this offense. Didn't get too much done against South Beloit, but they didn't really need him to, scoring 69 points, 10 touchdowns last week for this St. Joseph offense. Defensively, they pitched a shutout against the Sobos last Saturday, and they were really living in the backfield in that second half, especially with Antonio Hardaway. The transfer from St. Viator has been extremely impressive at 6'5", 220 pounds. Another impressive player for the Chargers along that defensive line is Shamar McDade Bishop, standing at 6'3", 275 pounds. He'll be a tough challenge for this Catalyst Maria team, who, from my count, has just 15 players tonight. They have 11 men deep for the kickoff right now, and Zach Ford is setting up the Chargers for the coverage. Ford has kicked the ball out of bounds a few times this season, including the opening kickoff against Elmwood Park, so that's something he'll look to control tonight. We've seen him sometimes go with the squib kick. Other times he'll try to kick it deep. We'll see what he does here on the opening kickoff for the homecoming game for the Chargers. Back deep for the Wolves are A.J. Robinson and also James Ward. Ford's kick is a high one near the sideline. It'll be taken at about the 23-yard line by Robinson. Robinson reversing field, and he's brought down at the 20. So by reversing field, Robinson actually lost himself a couple of yards. So not great field position to start for the Wolves. Good kick coverage there by St. Joe, getting down there to make the play. So the Chargers defense will take the field to start the ball game. Wolves coming out of the field, led by quarterback Stacy Randolph. Randolph is in the shotgun, two receivers to each side, one man in the backfield behind Randolph. He takes the snap. Looking deep downfield, he'll take a shot, but this is way overthrown all the way to about the 40-yard line of St. Joseph. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves on the first possession of the ball game. Randolph showing he has a big arm. He stands at 6'4", 170, so we have two 6'4" quarterbacks in this ball game. So 2nd down and 10, 11:47 left to play here in the first quarter. Randolph in the shotgun. 4 receivers out there for the Wolves, one man in the backfield behind Randolph. He takes the snap. He'll hand this one off up the middle, and maybe a gain of 1 there on the 2nd down run by DeMonte Rule.
Run up the middle is shut down by the St. Joe's defense.
This defensive line has played well all season, standing up to the challenge there on 2nd down, 2nd and long. So now it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd down and 8 to be exact for the Wolves on the first possession of the ball game. 4 receivers out wide. Randolph in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Looking for a pass, and it's caught at the first down marker. It looks like this is going to be enough for a first down for the Wolves.
Up to the first down marker.
Nice job there by A.J. Robinson making the catch to move the chains. So the Wolves have a first down on their first possession. You look back to last week against South Beloit. St. Joseph gave up 2 first downs on the first possession of the ball game. After that, they did not allow another first down to the fourth quarter. We'll see if it's a similar situation tonight or if the Wolves continue to roll offensively. 4 receivers out wide for Randolph. He's in the shotgun. 1 man behind him in the backfield. It's DeMonte Rule. He'll hand it off to Rule. Rule has some space, and he gets about 6 there on first down.
First down carry up the middle results in a 5-yard gain. 2nd down is upcoming.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Wolves at their own 37-yard line. 10:30 left to play here in the first quarter of the homecoming game for the St. Joseph Chargers. Second and 5. Randolph in the shotgun. Rule behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers out wide to each side. Randolph takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it around the other side, and he has a first down.
Quarterback keeper results in another first down for
A
Catalyst.
gain of 7 on the first down as Randolph faked the handoff to Rule and then took it around the other side where there were no St. Joseph defenders to be found until he had already gotten the first down. So the second first down on this drive for the Wolves, and they'll have 1st and 10 at their own 45. Nine and a half minutes left to play in this first quarter. And so far, the Wolves' offense has done well against a St. Joseph defense that pitched a shutout last week. Randolph in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side of the field. And 1 man in the backfield as well. Randolph takes a snap, hands it off to Rule. He's stopped for a loss. Loss of 1 there on the first down carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Wolves.
Antonio Hardaway and Mackay Eland on the stop. Loss
Looks
of
like
1.
it was Hardaway and Mackay Eland who made the stop for the Chargers on that first down play. I talked about Hardaway before this game. He has been a huge addition to this St. Joseph roster coming over from St. Viator. Coach Rich Petrosky was glowing about him last night on the Rich Petrosky Show. 2nd and 11 for the Wolves. 2 receivers split to each side, 1 man in the backfield behind Randolph. Randolph takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's facing pressure, but going deep. He has a man down the sideline. It's caught at the 15-yard line and inside the 10. Boy, Randolph showing he has an arm. They're going to mark this out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and it was A.J. Robinson who made the catch. Well, Wolves showing they have some speed themselves against the St. Joseph's team that prides themselves on their athleticism. But there, A.J. Robinson got behind the defense, and Randolph was able to hit him in stride. So it'll be 1st and goal for Catalyst Maria with 8:13 to play here in the first quarter. The Wolves started on their own 20, and now they are inside the 10 with 1st and goal. Randolph will be in the pistol formation, 1 back behind him, 2 receivers split to each side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. It'll be a reverse. Nearly as the ball comes out as it was stripped away momentarily by Malik Mason. And it'll be a loss for Catalyst Maria.
Antonio Hardaway forces the fumble in the backfield. Catalyst Maria recovers. 2nd down and goal from the 22.
Or rather, it was Hardaway there who forced the fumble. So Catalyst Maria is all the way back now to the 22-yard line as now we have a stoppage. Not sure what the issue is here, but now they'll restart things. So it'll be 2nd and long here, 2nd and goal from the 22-yard line for the Wolves after the fumble. Hardaway making another big play. Randolph, pistol formation, 2 receivers split to each side. The 1 back behind him. He takes the snap, facing pressure, looking to throw, and this ball is intercepted. Intercepted by the Chargers. It's Zach Ford. Ford on the return now, and he's got some space. He's got blockers. 1 man to beat, and he has to cut back. It looked like there he had a second where he had an angle, but the Wolves were able to recover.
For St. Joe's, there is a flag on the field.
But a flag is down. This may be a block on the back against St. Joseph. Boy, it looked like for a second there Ford had the angle to take it all the way to the house. But the Wolves were able to recover and make the tackle. We'll see what the penalty flag is. 6:36 left to play here in the first quarter. No score between St. Joseph and Catalyst Maria. But wait a minute, is this flag? We'll have to see if it was the block in the back. They still have not made the official ruling, but the St. Joseph offense is coming on the field, and the ball is being spotted at their own 10-yard line. And it was a personal foul against the Chargers. They'll have it at their own 10. First and 10, Hayden in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Burgee. Burgee makes a couple of cuts, and he's got space down the far side, and he's trying to break a tackle. He's all the way up to about the 18-yard line. So a gain of 8 on first down for Amir Burgee. Oh, wait a minute. They're actually going to give him a first down. So Burgee able to pick up the first down on his first carry. A gain of 10 there. High snap to Hayden. Hands it off to Burgee. Burgee making a couple of cuts, trying to get to the near sideline. Cuts back again, and he's finally brought down at about the 36-yard line. The ball did come out, but it looked like he was down before it did. Either way, the Chargers were able to recover. And they are at the 38-yard line now, so a gain of 18 there for Burgee. 2 big runs already for Amir. Hayden in the shotgun, throws a screen to Malik Mason. Mason on the near sideline. He'll be brought down at his own 46-yard line. Gain of about 8 there. So it'll be second and short for the Chargers. At their own 46-yard line, Hayden in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. 1 comes in motion. It's Desmond McPhail. They hand it off to McPhail. McPhail takes it on the sweep, trying to find space, but there was a number of defenders there for Catalyst Maria, and they stopped McPhail for a loss.
Desmond McPhail on the carry. He's taken down in the backfield.
So it'll be third down and about 3 here for the Chargers on their own 45. Hayden is in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side of the field. Burgee with him in the backfield. McPhail comes in motion again. They fake the handoff to him. Hayden's going to run it himself. He's got a couple of blockers trying to create space. He's brought down at the 46-yard line of Catalyst Maria, but he picks up the first down, so a nice run there by Hayden. Well, he is a dual-threat quarterback, and he showed it right there. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score between St. Joe and Catalyst Maria. Hayden in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Burgee in the backfield. Hayden takes the snap. He's looking to pass, trying to find space. He's scrambling around, facing some pressure, and he'll just have to throw this ball away. Good decision there by Hayden to get rid of that one. But pressure was put on by Anthony Lane of Catalyst Maria. And for a much smaller football team, the Wolves have shown up tonight to play. They've got some size and speed. It'll be second down and 10 for the Chargers. Hayden in the shotgun with Burgee with him in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. He takes a snap, the handoff to Burgee. Burgee up the middle. He's got a little bit of space, picks up maybe about 6, give him 7 yards on that run.
Amir Burgee on the carry, brings up third and short.
Actually going to give him 8, so it'll be third down and 2 for the Chargers. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Hayden in the shotgun, Burgee in the backfield with him. Hayden takes the snap. He's going to have to run with this one, and he's facing pressure in the backfield, brought down by A.J. Robinson.
Hayden taken down in the backfield.
And Josu Amerik was also in there for Catalyst Maria, so now it'll be 4th and long for the Chargers, and they may be forced to punt here on the 45-yard line of Catalyst Maria. A chance for Zach Ford to pin the Wolves deep in their own territory here with 3:51 left to play in the first quarter. Back deep to return the punt is A.J. Robinson for Catalyst Maria, as now a flag is thrown. Looks like it may have been an illegal substitution on the Chargers, or too many men on the field, as the 12th player ran off. So now Ford will punt from midfield. Robinson back deep for Catalyst Maria. Ford takes the snap, boots it away. It's a high kick, and a fair catch is called for. It'll take a bounce, and it will take a wolf bounce to about the 32-yard line, so that's where Catalyst Maria will start their next possession. As always, we'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst, a place you can enjoy with your whole family from the moment you walk into the door until the moment you leave. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. We'd also like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Cleaver Supplements. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are just not enough. It'll be 1st and 10 for Catalyst Maria, starting from their own 32-yard line. We saw in their first offensive possession, they picked up a couple of first downs, a long pass from Randolph to A.J. Robinson, put them at 1st and goal, but they were not able to convert there. Robinson is in the shotgun, 2 backs with him in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side of the field. They hand it off to Robinson. Robinson trying to get to the sideline, and he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as there was nice pursuit from the St. Joe defense. So it'll be 2nd and long for the Wolves. 2nd and 10 as Robinson made a good effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage there for the Wolves. Under 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. No score between St. Joseph and Catalyst Maria. St. Joseph fans making some noise here on homecoming as Stacy Randolph trots back to the huddle from the sideline where he got the play call from head coach Steve Dunlap. As Randolph will go under center, I formation, and a flag is thrown. This could be delay of game. It is indeed delay of game, and it seems the Wolves were not ready for that under center formation. We'd seen them in the shotgun all night. In fact, the pistol formation. So they do like to have backs back there, but kind of surprising to see Randolph go under center, and he will go back under center for 2nd and 15. As the Wolves are at their own 26. Randolph will hand it off to the fullback. Nothing there. Ball came out. The Chargers claim they have it, and indeed they do.
Fumble on the play, recovered by St. Joseph.
Looked like it was Jordan Timms who came away with the fumble recovery for the Chargers, and now they'll have great field position. As it looked like there was some trouble on the transfer of the football there for the Wolves, it led to a fumble. And let's see if the Chargers can take advantage offensively. Hayden in the shotgun, 2 backs with him in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff to Burgee. And Burgee loses the football, but he's able to recover his own fumble. Nearly turnovers on back-to-back plays there as Burgee just lost the ball. He did fumble it forward. So it is a gain for the Chargers as they're inside the 25-yard line at the 23. It'll be 2nd and 7. Hayden in the shotgun, 2 backs with him in the backfield, 2 receivers to his right. They hand off to Burgee. Burgee makes a cutback, trying to get to the sideline, and he's brought down at about the 15-yard line. So a gain of 8 picks up the first down for the Chargers. So the Chargers find themselves in the red zone now inside the 15-yard line. And a stoppage here. Timeout is called by Catalyst Maria.
Timeout called by Catalyst Maria.
And at this moment, we'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst, a place you can enjoy with your whole family from the moment you walk into the door until the moment you leave. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst.
Commitment to academic excellence, development of Christian
Meatheads, certainly one of the great restaurants here in Elmhurst. Happy to be with you live from Elmhurst College here on ASN Chicago. No score so far between the St. Joseph Chargers and the Catalyst Maria Wolves here on homecoming night.
not against the other. So let the refs
Catalyst Maria has had a little bit of success offensively. They had the long pass to A.J. Robinson that put them inside the 10-yard line. Weren't able to convert there, but then the turnover on their last possession that gave the Chargers great field position. They're trying to take advantage of it. They find themselves at the 14-yard line. Hayden in the shotgun, two backs with him in the backfield. Zion Timms and Amir Burgee. They'll hand it off here. No, they'll fake the handoff, going for the corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. What a throw there by Caleb Hayden, as Zurel Mason made the catch in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. A 14-yard TD pass from Hayden. Well, we hadn't seen Caleb Hayden have to throw the ball too much tonight, but there he did. He put great touch on that football to a wide-open Zurel Mason for the touchdown. Extra point attempt. No, they're going to fake it. Burgee will take it in for two. Well, we saw it last week on their first touchdown. The Chargers went with a trick play. It works, and it works again here as they flipped it back to Amir Burgee, and he picks up the two-point conversion. 8-0 Chargers with 1:33 remaining here in the first quarter. And the Charger fight song being played over the PA system here at Elmhurst College, getting the fans excited here on homecoming night. A bit of a brisk night here at Elmhurst, starting to feel like fall once again as we're past Labor Day, of course. September the 8th, the date. A little bit of a late start to this game after the JV game ran a bit long. The JV team did pick up a win there, 12-6. over Christ the King, and that was the first game in program history for Christ the King. The Chargers were able to pick up that win, though, in a close one. But here in the varsity contest, they lead Catalyst Maria 8-0, and Zach Ford is back out for the kickoff. Deep to return for the Wolves are A.J. Robinson and K.J. Sandiford. Ford kicking off from his own 40. Line drive kick. It'll be caught at the 15-yard line, and it looks like Darius Turner caught that ball on a knee, so they're going to mark him down. And they'll have to start from their own 17-yard line. Well, they didn't have great field position on their first possession, starting from their own 20, but they were able to get to inside the 10. But then a fumbled football put them back outside of the 20, and then an interception. So two turnovers already for Catalyst Maria. The interception by Zach Ford and the fumble recovery by Jordan Timms. Randolph in the shotgun, four receivers out wide for the Wolves, one man in the backfield with Randolph. He takes the snap, he'll hand it off up the middle, a little bit of room there for DeMonte Rule, and he picks up maybe two there.
Run up the middle to the 20-yard line results in second down.
So it'll be second down and 8 for the Wolves from their own 20. As Randolph comes back from the sideline where he goes to get the play call to the huddle. We already saw the Wolves have one delay of game in this contest as we're now under a minute remaining in this first quarter. Randolph in the shotgun. Trips to the left, one receiver to his right. Randolph takes the snap and fakes the handoff. He's going to run himself where he is just smacked to the ground by Shamar McDade Bishop. Oh, what a hit there by Shamar.
Tackle made by Bishop.
Boy, that's about the biggest hit I have seen all season from a Charger defender. You could hear that one up here in the press box. Under 20 seconds left in the first quarter, and we'll see if the Wolves get another playoff here. It's 3rd down and 8. As Randolph was brought down for no gain, and if you're head coach Steve Dunlap, you don't want to see your quarterback taking a hit like that. And it looks like the first quarter is going to wind down here. And so the score at the end of one is St. Joseph 8, Catalyst Maria nothing. As a play was run there, it looked to me like the clock had already hit 0, but it was an incomplete pass. It'll be interesting to see if the officials decide if that play counted or not, because in my opinion, it looked like the clock had already hit 0. If it is an incomplete pass, it'll be 4th down, but we've yet to see the official ruling. But we'll flip the field. The second quarter of tonight's game is going to be brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst, a place you can enjoy with your whole family from the moment you walk into the door until the moment you leave. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Meatheads, a great place to bring the entire family. And tonight's game is also brought to you in part by CleaverSupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are not enough. Connor Klingon here with you from Langhorst Field, where the St. Joseph Chargers lead the Catalyst Maria Wolves 8-0 on homecoming night. 2 turnovers already in that first quarter for Catalyst Maria. An interception when they were in St. Joseph territory, and then a fumble in their own territory led to a St. Joseph passing touchdown from Caleb Hayden to Zuriel Mason. And indeed, that last play of the first quarter did count. So the Wolves will have to punt. Zach Ford is deep to return. He's standing near midfield. We've seen all season, Ford has been dangerous in the punt return game. He's been able to give the Chargers great field position. This punt may have been deflected. It's very short. It'll take a bounce and land at about the 37-yard line of Catalyst Maria. So just a 17-yard punt there for Catalyst Maria. And the Chargers have great field position once again. And with field position like this, it'll be interesting to see if Rich Petrosky goes for the end zone right away with Caleb Hayden. Hayden is in the shotgun, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Hayden in the shotgun, one man with him in the backfield. Those 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. It'll be a little bubble screen here, and it's an incomplete pass. And we're looking for Dakota Church, and it was incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Dakota Church, a newer addition to this St. Joseph team. And Rich Petrosky is excited to have him on the squad. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Chargers. As Hayden's in the shotgun, trips to the right, one receiver to the left, one man with Hayden in the backfield. He's looking to pass, going deep, and it was off the hands there of Zuriel Mason, and he is down as he took a hit there, but he's right back up. Good to see him back up on his feet. So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Chargers after they were given great field position on the short punt. Hayden in the shotgun, trips to the right. Mason facing single coverage on the near side of the field. Soft coverage on Mason. As Dakota Church comes in motion, they fake the handoff to him. Hayden's going to run it, finding some space with a couple of moves, and he picks up maybe 7 yards there. To the 30-yard line. Actually, the 31, so it'll be 4th and 4, and the Chargers offense is out on the field. Hayden in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. One man in the backfield with Hayden. He takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and carrying the momentum there to the first down marker was Zion.
Joseph first down.
Or rather, it was Dylan Castillo there on the run to pick up that first down to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Hayden takes the snap. Middle screen here to Malik Mason, and he is brought down after a gain of 6. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. And in this offense, the Chargers love the screen passes, getting it to their athletes in space and seeing what they can do with it. Hayden, once again in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to each side. Rich Petrosky sending in the signal from the sideline. As Malik Mason will come in motion. They'll give it to him on a jet sweep. He's trying to get to the near sideline. He's brought down inside the 20 for a gain of about 3.
Picks up a couple yards. Brings up 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and short here for the Chargers with just over 10 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Hayden in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Looking to pass, going for the end zone, high pass out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and a long one for the Chargers, and you can bet the offense is still out there. Chargers looking to convert their second 4th down on this drive. Under 10 minutes left in the half. Hayden in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. They'll hand it off to Castillo. A flag is thrown almost immediately. Castillo does have enough for the first down, but we'll see what the flag is here. No signal yet, and it's a personal foul, a chop block, an illegal block there against St. Joseph, and that'll push them back 15 yards. They may have to punt here.
15-yard penalty brings the ball back to the 34-yard line.
So they're at the 34-yard line of Catalyst Maria. 4th and about 16 here. And the Chargers are going for it. Hayden's in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hayden takes the snap. Facing some pressure early, incomplete pass. As he was looking for Desmond McPhail, it'll be a turnover on downs. Possession will go back to Catalyst Maria.
At its own 34-yard line.
With 9:37 left to play here in the first half. Hey, Charger fans, don't forget to stop by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Well, for Catalyst Maria on offense, they're looking to avoid the turnover bug that has plagued them early in this ballgame. An interception on their first offensive possession and then a fumble that led to the only score of the ballgame so far. St. Joseph is leading at 8-0 after they took that fumble in the great field position and went on to score on a touchdown pass. Randolph is in the shotgun for the Wolves. 1 back behind him. They give it to him up the middle, and he has some room. He has a first down and a bit more. He's brought down at midfield, finally, by Jesse McDonald. And they are into Chargers territory. A 17-yard gain on 1st and 10 there for the Wolves. 9:30 left to play here in the first half. 8-0 the score. The Chargers in the lead. Randolph in the shotgun, 1 back with him in the backfield. And 2 receivers split out to each side. Rule is in the backfield with him. Randolph takes the snap, hands it off to Rule, and he's stopped almost immediately by Mackay Island.
Mackay Eland on the stop for St. Joe's, no gain.
Nice play defensively there by Mackay Eland. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 as Rule was just able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Randolph in the shotgun, a back behind him pistol formation. 2 receivers split to each side. Rule is the back. Randolph takes snap, looking to pass, facing some pressure, and slightly overthrows a man, and Zach Ford nearly made a diving interception, but couldn't quite get to it as the Wolves were looking to throw to Darius Turner there. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Wolves near midfield. They're at the 49-yard line of St. Joe with 8:27 to play in the first half. Randolph will trot back in from the sideline to the huddle to give the call to his teammates. Pistol formation again for the Wolves. 2 receivers to each side. And DeMonte Rule in the backfield with Randolph. Randolph takes the snap, looking to throw, facing some pressure, and he is going to be sacked. The ball came out, but it looks like he was already down. A couple of Chargers in on the sack there. Looks like it was Malik Mason and also Kyle Johnston who got in there on the sack.
Kyle Johnston and Malik Mason combined for the quarterback sack. Brings the ball back to the Catalyst Maria 44-yard line. 4th down upcoming.
Good pressure put on by the Chargers there to force the punt. Zach Ford will be back deep to return. $7:45 left to play here in the first half. Low snap, a little bit of trouble handling it for the punter. It'll take a bounce inside the 40-yard line and a Catalyst Maria bounce to about the 27-yard line. That's where St. Joseph will start their offensive possession.
St. Joe's will take over 1st and 10.
So after putting up 69 points last week, the St. Joseph offense has been held to just 8. And last week they had 54 in the first half. So the Chargers are looking to get this offense going a bit more here in the first half.
Number 81, Chicago Bears jersey. Reference the handout you received when entering.
Caleb Hayden will be in the shotgun, trips to his right, 1 receiver to the left. And it's Zuriel Mason as Hayden hands it off to Burgee. Burgee using some of that speed, makes a spin move near the first down marker, and he picks up about 11 there on first down. So a nice run there by Burgee on first down. And a player is down for the Chargers. Looks like it's Shamar McDade Bishop. And you don't like to see him down if you're St. Joseph. Huge player on both lines for the Chargers. And Rich Petrosky is out there to check on Shamar, who is one of the captains for this Charger team. Both the Chargers and the Wolves on a knee as they respect the injured player on the field. And Shamar is at least now sitting up. And it looks like he's shaking something out on his arm or his hand. 7:19 left to play here in the first half. During this injury timeout. And the second quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst, where you can enjoy a fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Well, Shamar McDade Bishop is making his way back to the sideline, shaking it off, and he's completely under his own power. So it looks like it was something with his arm. So 1st and 10 for St. Joe at their own 37. Hayden in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Burgee in the backfield with Hayden. They hand it off to Burgee, gets past a first man in the backfield, and tries to make a move on the far sideline. A nice gain there. Picked up about
Gain of roughly
6
5.
yards. So it'll be 2nd down and actually 5 here for the Chargers. Hayden in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 to the left. Burgee in the backfield. Hayden takes snap, screen pass to Malik Mason, and Mason trucks a man past the first down marker. Boy, showing some physicality there was Malik Mason as he picked up the first down on the screen pass. So 1st and 10 as the Chargers now find themselves in Wolves territory with 6.5 minutes to play. They lead 8-0. Hayden in the shotgun, Burgee with him in the backfield. They hand it off to him, and he is stopped immediately by the Wolves, but it looks like there could be a face mask. Looked to me like Roderick Pulfis had a handful of Amir Burgee's face mask. But let's see the official signal. And indeed, they are moving the ball forward as it was a face mask call. Just a 5-yard penalty on this face mask, but it will remain 1st down for the Chargers. 1st and 5 at the 43-yard line of Catalyst Maria. Hayden facing a blitz, throws a screen pass to Burgee. Burgee looking for blockers. He cuts back. He's got another man blocking, but a flag is thrown as he is tackled at the 15-yard line. This one may come back a bit as there could be a hold called on the Chargers.
There is a flag on the play.
As the officials are marching the football back after the holding call. But Burgee showing his speed on that play with 6 minutes left here in the first half. Still an 8-0 lead for the Chargers. As now the ball will be at the 35-yard line of Catalyst Maria. It'll still be 1st down for the Chargers, so a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. So Burgee picked up the first down before the holding penalty. Hayden's in the shotgun, 2 receivers split to each side. Drops back, looking deep, trying to go to Zach Ford, but nice coverage down there by the Wolves near the end zone as the pass was deflected. So the pass defense stands up to the test for Catalyst Maria. A couple of Wolves in there on the coverage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Hayden in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side for the Chargers. Burgee in the backfield with Hayden. He takes the snap. Back to pass, looking deep again, going for Desmond McPhail, and it was nearly intercepted by Darius Turner as he went up for that one. But then off of the deflection, it almost went into the hands of Desmond McPhail as now Coach Rich Petrosky is going to call a timeout with 5:44 remaining here in the first half. An 8-0 lead for the Chargers.
Okay, thank you. No problem.
Number 90 is playing with Sierra.
Zarell is 88.
88.
Okay.
And then what's Malik then?
Little
Mason.
Mason is 88.
Oh, but he doesn't play offense.
Zarell.
He's playing, yeah.
Zarell is 88.
His
Oh.
real name's Zarell.
Just a couple of clarifications with the roster there, as Zarell Mason also can go by Malik. So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Chargers with 5:44 remaining in this first half. Good sign for St. Joe. Shamar McDade Bishop is back out on the field on the offensive line after he came off with what looked like a slight arm injury earlier in this ball game. Hayden in the shotgun, 2 receivers split to each side. Burgee with Hayden in the backfield. 3rd down and 10. Hayden takes a snap, looking to pass, facing some pressure, rolls out to his left, throwing for the end zone, looking for McPhail. It's caught at the 1-yard line. Touchdown, Chargers. What a throw by Caleb Hayden on the run.
In the corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
The near pylon for the touchdown St. Joe. That makes it 14-0. Second touchdown pass of the day for Caleb Hayden. Desmond McPhail, a dangerous threat at receiver for the Chargers, and he was able to get behind the defense there, found himself wide open, probably created a bit by the scramble from Hayden. Extra point attempt, they try to fake it again, but this time it's fumbled. Burgie's able to pick it up, and he'll still take it in. Well, a pretty unique play there as the trick play went Lowry, but Burgie was able to pick it up and take it in the end zone. It was a fumble, a live ball. And so for the second time, Amir Burgie has taken in a 2-point conversion attempt. It's 16-0 Chargers with 5:36 remaining in the first half. And they'll now play the fight song here at Langhorst Field as the Chargers have a 16-0 lead just before the half. And you can bet Rich Petrosky is going to want to get a stop at a quick score here before the Chargers go into the locker room. They have a 2-possession lead, but the offense hasn't been quite as potent as it was last week. Granted, it certainly looks like Catalyst Maria is a tougher opponent than South Beloit was, at least from a size and speed perspective. As Zach Ford prepares the kickoff team, back deep for the Wolves are KJ Sandifer and A.J. Robinson. We've seen Robinson make some big plays tonight, had a catch down the sideline inside the 10, but the Wolves were not able to score after an interception. Ford kicking off from his own 40-yard line. High kick. It'll be caught at the 19-yard line. Robinson trying to make some moves. A flag is thrown as he's brought down at about the 30. This one's probably going to be coming back.
The kick to roughly the 30-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Could be a block in the back or a hold against Catalyst Maria. It's actually a personal foul going against Catalyst Maria. So that will back them up 15 yards to their own 15-yard line. So a good chance here for the Charger defense with Catalyst Maria pinned back deep with 5:26 left in this first half. $16-0 the score. 2 touchdown passes from Caleb Hayden and a couple of 2-point conversions are the way that we got there. As the Wolves look to respond. In the shotgun is Randolph. A couple of receivers split to each side, one man in the backfield with him. They fake the handoff, design quarterback run out to the far sideline, and this is going to be maybe a loss of 1, but Randolph possibly got back to the line of scrimmage there. We'll see where they mark it. And they'll actually maybe give him a yard there. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Wolves with just under 5 minutes left in this first half now. In terms of pace, these two teams are polar opposites. Catalyst Maria with a huddle on every single play as their quarterback, Stacy Randolph, goes back to the sideline to get the call on every play, whereas St. Joseph uses hand signals and runs a hurry-up, no-huddle offense. That's played to the Chargers' advantage at some point this season, but the clock control has been working so far for Catalyst Maria. 4:40 left in this first half. Randolph in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side, 1 man in the backfield with him. Randolph takes a snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass, caught at the 15. Couple of cuts made, and a first down for the Wolves.
Pass to the left side results in a Catalyst Maria first down.
Looks like it was Robinson once again who made that play. He's been the big skill position player for the Wolves thus far. who have a 1st and 10 now at their own 28-yard line as that clock runs below 4.5 minutes in this first half. Ideal situation for Catalyst Maria is to run some time off that clock and get a score in to make it a one-possession game when they go into the locker room. Meanwhile, the Chargers are looking for a stop. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Randolph in the shotgun, 2 receivers split to each side, 4 wide, 1 man in the backfield with Randolph. He hands it off to him. It's Rule. Rule working his way towards the near sideline, and he's able to pick up a few. About 6 yards there on first down.
First down run.
Well, the spot even better than I thought. Actually, a 9-yard gain. I thought he had stepped out of bounds earlier, but he was able to pick up a couple more near that sideline. So it'll be 2nd and a short 2 for the Wolves as they are at their own 38-yard line. 3:55 remaining in the first half. Randolph in the shotgun, trips out to the left, 1 receiver to his right. Randolph on a design run, and he's stopped right away by the Chargers defense. Looks like it was Kai Eland who made the stop, but able to pick up the first down there was Randolph, as he didn't need much to gain. Nose of the football is at the 40-yard line of Catalyst Maria, as they're looking to go on a drive that would drain down this clock and get a score. Randolph comes back to the huddle from the sideline. It'll be a pistol formation again with 4 receivers out wide for the Wolves. Randolph takes the snap, facing some pressure right away, and may have affected his throw as it was short. He was looking for A.J. Robinson.
Pressure put on by Antonio Hardaway.
Looked like it was Antonio Hardaway who affected that throw. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Talked about on the Rich Petrosky show this week the kind of performance Hardaway had last week against South Beloit, and once again he's been affecting the quarterback here against Catalyst Maria. 3:19 to play, 16-0 St. Joe with the lead. 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right of Randolph. They hand it off up the middle to Rule. Rule breaks a tackle, and he has a first down, and he's all the way out to the 38-yard line of St. Joe, but a flag is down.
However, there is a flag on
This
the
could be coming back. It was an illegal block in the back against Catalyst Maria. So that'll take back a big run there from DeMonte Rule. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves with 3:11 to play. Actually, they're going to bring them even further back here. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage on the last play, but injury timeout as there's a player down near the Wolves sideline. Actually, the Wolves took an actual timeout, so they now just have 1 remaining with 3:11 left here in the first half. Well, as always, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on ASN Chicago, where we will have St. Joseph Charger football coverage all season for you live, and you can also see the replays on YouTube, or rather hear them, as we do an audio-only broadcast here on Arena Sportsnet. I'd like to thank, as always, Brian Snow, the man in charge of Arena Sportsnet, the CEO, and Mr. Do-It-All for ASN. So currently the situation, 3:11 left in this first half, and a 2nd and long for Catalyst Maria. That's 2nd and 15 as the Wolves find themselves at their own 36-yard line. Trying to get themselves into this game as they trail 16-0. Randolph in the shotgun. Trips to his left, one receiver, or trips to his right, one receiver to his left. Handoff to Rule, and he stopped after a short gain.
Run up the middle, brings the ball back near the original line of scrimmage. Catalyst Maria will have a third down.
So it'll be 3rd and long for the Wolves with under 3 minutes to play in the first half. It's about 3rd down and 12 here for the Wolves, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be looking for A.J. Robinson. He's been the big play man so far for Catalyst Maria. But look for this Charger defense to pin their ears back and try to rush Stacy Randolph here to put some pressure on him, maybe force him into another interception. Randolph is in the shotgun, 4 receivers out wide, Rule in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, looking to pass, facing pressure from Mason. It is intercepted indeed by Eland, and Eland's on the return now, and he's finally brought down inside the 20-yard line. It was Malik Mason with the pressure, and it led to a short throw that was intercepted by Makai Eland. A nice return gives the Chargers great field position at the 20-yard line of Catalyst Maria with 2:12 to play in the first half. Heads-up play there by Eland to see that ball was affected by the pass rush, make the interception, and also bring it back on a nice return. Short stoppage here as they're making sure the chains are lined up correctly on the far side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Chargers, who lead 16-0. Trips to the left for Hayden, one receiver to the right. Hayden back to pass, looking for the corner of the end zone, and it's just past the outstretched arms of Malik Mason.
Pass intended for Zarel Mason falls incomplete at the back of the end zone. 2nd down.
Well, whether you call Malik Mason Malik or Zarel, he has been a big-time player tonight for the Chargers. Already with a touchdown catch, also contributing as a pass rusher on defense. 2nd and 10 with 2:06 to play in the first half. Hayden in the shotgun. Screen pass to Ford. Ford makes a cut towards the middle of the field, and he's brought down inside the 15-yard line. A gain of about 7 to the 13, so it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers. Hayden in the shotgun again, trips to his left, one receiver to the right. It's Malik Mason. They like the one-on-one matchup with him. Hayden looking that way. They throw to Mason over the middle, incomplete. As Hayden led Mason just a bit too much towards the middle of the field, so it'll be 4th down and 3 for the Chargers. And Rich Petrosky's keeping the offense on the field with 1:40 to play in the first half. Chargers have already converted one 4th down attempt tonight. Hayden in the shotgun, Burgee in the backfield. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Hayden takes snap, looking left. And that is deflected and incomplete as DeMonte Rule deflected that pass. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. Ball goes to Catalyst Maria.
So with 1:35 remaining in the first half, Catalyst Maria will take over once again. This defense has been somewhat impressive. St. Joseph put up 69 points last week. They've held the Chargers to 16 in the first half. And they've been put in tough spots by their offense. 3 turnovers by Catalyst Maria. This defense has really stood up to keep the Wolves in this ball game. Catalyst Maria will start from their own 13 with 1:35 to play. It'll be interesting to see what the offense will do, and a timeout is called here with 1:35 remaining in this first half.
Timeout called by Catalyst Maria.
And we'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by CleaverSupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are not enough. Glad to have Cleaver Supplements as a sponsor as well for this season of St. Joseph Charger football, along with Meatheads in Elmhurst. And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping us to bring you St. Joseph Charger football all season. And if you would like to become a sponsor of Arena Sportsnet and St. Joseph Charger football, you can go to arenasportsnet.com. Under the high school category, click on St. Joseph High School, and then there is also a link there for advertise, and you can contact Brian Snow at bigsnowman72@gmail.com for advertising inquiries. So it'll be first down and 10 for Catalyst Maria at their own 13 with 1:35 to play in the first half. Pistol formation, one receiver to the left, three to the right for Randolph. Or one receiver to the right, three to the left for Randolph as he hands it off to Rule. Rule on the near sideline, able to pick up the first down. DeMonte Rule has been impressive running the football thus far for the Wolves.
Catalyst Maria Rush nets them another first down at the 25-yard line.
So it'll be first and 10 at the 25 after the gain of 12 on the run by Rule. Clock is running, though. 1:20 left to play in this half, and it doesn't seem like Catalyst Maria is in any hurry as they're still using a huddle. They may just want to try to run the ball a couple of times, but just go into the locker room trailing by 2 possessions. Same pistol formation. 4 receivers out wide for the Wolves. They give it up the middle to Rule, and he has some space. He's brought down eventually by Zach Ford after a gain of about 7. Under a minute now.
Gets another 8 yards, brings up 2nd and 2.
So 2nd down and 2 with 45 seconds left in this first half, and the Wolves still aren't in any rush. So I think they'll be happy to go into halftime trailing just 16-0. But they have to remember they're going to be kicking off to St. Joseph to begin the second half. Apparently that doesn't concern them, as they have stood up to the task defensively, stopping St. Joe multiple times. With just about 20 seconds left, this could be the last play of the first half. Randolph takes the snap, throws a screen pass. It's over the head of A.J. Robinson, incomplete. And there's now 14.7 seconds remaining in the half. So this could be the last play. We'll see if the Wolves try to go with another pass here. They've had much more success in the run game other than the one long pass on their first possession down the far sideline as A.J. Robinson got past the Chargers secondary. But since then, this Charger defense has been much more disciplined, not allowing Robinson to get by them. 3rd down and 2 for the Wolves. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left for Randolph. Randolph takes the snap and immediately facing pressure, and he is sacked. Shamar McDade Bishop was in there for the Chargers, and that will be the final play of the first half. So after 2 quarters, the Chargers are leading Catalyst Maria 16-0. 2 touchdown passes in that first half for Caleb Hayden. As Desmond McPhail and Malik Mason both caught touchdown passes in that first half. And at halftime, we'd like to take this time to remind you that St. Joseph Charger football is brought to you all season by Meatheads in Elmhurst. Meatheads is the official sponsor of St. Joseph Chargers football programming. We provide a full-service, made-to-order dining experience serving high-quality, fresh, never-frozen ingredients, including 100% Angus beef hamburgers, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and chicken sandwiches, as well as real Idaho potatoes freshly cut every day. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. We will be back with you for the second half in just about 8 minutes here on Arena Sportsnet, Chicago.